Japan is probably the hardest place in the world to get your hands on a Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day, and as a huge Nintendo fan, I need to get one, no matter what. So why exactly is it harder to get in Japan, you might be thinking? Well, it's because it's kind of a game of luck, sort of. Practically every single retailer here is running something called a lottery system where you need to enter your entry with millions of other people, and then it's up to the Nintendo gods whether or not you are granted the opportunity to buy the Nintendo Switch 2. But first we need to go back to when it was first announced earlier this year. The Switch 2 trailer just got released. I'm so excited. I have been hearing that it's coming and I'm just so ready. Oh, this is so slick. I want it now. Oh, and it just slides in. Yes! I am gonna buy this as soon as I can. I think there's gonna be a whole lottery thing in Japan. A long 2.5 months later, the Switch 2 trailer dropped and everyone was hyped. The device was going to be bigger, better, improved frame rates, but there was a catch. One of the biggest surprises after this direct was the price difference between the two systems. We have a Japanese version and then like a global version. The Japanese one sells for 49,980 yen retail, the standalone edition, or the foreign global version is 69,980 yen, which is 23% more expensive. Dang it, that sucks. This means the Japanese version is actually the cheapest one available across the entire world globally. There are charts that are comparing each country and which ones are the cheapest out there, and the Japanese one is by far the cheapest. As a foreign resident who earns yen here, pays taxes, it does sting a bit to realize that we have to pay more to play games in our first language or feel more comfortable. It's unfortunate. I think the sentiment online, everyone feels the same who lives here and works here. However, I do understand why Nintendo had to make this decision. It is because they wanted to avoid scalpers who are gonna buy the Nintendo Switch in Japan and then export it and make a profit. Not only that, the yen is quite weak at the moment because it's depreciated. It makes sense that they don't want tourists and scalpers to buy the Switch at such a low rate. And it also gives the opportunity for Japanese people to get their hands on the device because it's a Japanese language only. As they say in Japanese, shikata nai, it can't be helped. That's how I feel about it. So anyway, moving on. So what's the difference between the two systems except for the price? Well, there's not too much, but the Japanese version can only play games in Japanese. You also need to have a Japanese My Nintendo online account, and you can't use foreign cards to purchase anything. If you buy a game overseas, you can't play it inside the Japanese system, and you can't change the language to English or German or Italian or whatever you'd like, which is what you could do on the original Switch. For the multi-language system, you can play in any language up to 16, including Japanese, which is really good. I was worried they were gonna cut Japanese out of that, so that's a relief, but here's the really bad part. It is only available from the My Nintendo online store lottery. So if I can't get it from that lottery, it means that I can't get an English version of the Switch because they're not gonna be selling it at retail stores in person. Or you need to travel overseas and get it. I've done a lot of research. I don't think it's going to be sold on launch day in person. No lining up, no midnight launches. It is just a lottery system, which is pretty crazy to think. The lottery system is super popular in Japan and it's pretty widespread. You'll see it at concerts, events, even the Olympics in 2020. Some of the positives of this whole lottery system include no price gouging, there's no giant queues or online bloodbaths. You don't have to like race to be the first one in and keep refreshing, so that's nice. Peace of mind. And how it works is you pre-register, you enter, you wait for the result, and then you pay. Firstly, I'm gonna start with the Nintendo Switch like online store because that is the way I'm gonna try and get my English version. But there are a lot of prerequisites and requirements. For the official Nintendo website, you actually had to have been a 1-year member of the Switch Online membership, as well as having played at least 50 hours of game time, which that one was pretty easy, but not everyone is an online paying member. Plus, you also had to have your account set as like being in Japan, which you could switch. And then you've got other places like Big Camera, electronic stores. It could just be you need to be a member, or for example, one of the electronic stores, I think it was Yodobashi, said that you had to have spent at least like 50,000 Japanese yen to enter. So yeah, it's really complicated, and there are even websites that track all of the updates and when the deadlines are because every deadline is different. This is a whole crazy system. Ideally, I just get through with the Nintendo website because that's the way I want to go. Yeah. All right, time to get to business. I went to the My Nintendo lottery website to apply. However, even though I checked all the boxes, I wasn't currently paying for the membership because I wasn't playing online, which meant that my application failed. Uh-oh, bad start. Good news for me, so long as I bought the membership and am a current member, I could apply. I had to risk it. I paid $3 and it was worth it. And now I can apply and get the lottery entry for the Switch 2. Oh my god, I'm gonna apply! Wish me luck, guys! I'm really bad at these lotteries. I don't think I've ever won. But this might be my first time. Come on! Come on! Woohoo! Successfully entered, but the next day, the president of Nintendo told us that over 2 million people in Japan alone applied for this lottery. The odds for me don't sound too good. And yup, I wasn't selected for the first lottery. That's alright, we got plan B. I went onto Japanese websites to research where I could apply for other lotteries, and I started with Amazon because all I had to do was click a button. I love clicking a button. I went to Book Off where I just submitted a Google form, and then I applied for one of the electronic stores here. Oh my goodness. I just got out of the shower and checked my emails, and I got approved to buy the Mario Kart SD card Japanese Switch on Amazon. But I have a dilemma. Of course, it is the Japanese version, which is not the one I wanted. And I have like 48 hours from the time they send the email to make the purchase because it's in high demand and they want to make it, like, I guess fair. So if I don't buy it within that time, the next person goes in line to get it. The thing is though, I've got 48 hours. The email came at like 1 a.m. this morning and I only just saw it now. So less than 48 hours. But once the 48 hours expires, less than a day later, this Nintendo Online Japan store will send me a notification if I got through for the English version. So I'm just a day too early with the Amazon one to know. So now I have the dilemma of, do I buy the Japanese one? Do I risk it? Or do I wait and see if I won the English one? Because I want the English one, not the Japanese one. I don't know. Why is this lottery system so slow? Because I applied for the lottery like a month or two ago. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think I might call the store, Yodobashi Camera, and see if on the day of the Switch releasing, I can go in person and buy it. Because if that's the case, I can find out if I can just risk buying it later, the Japanese one, like go really early and wait overnight or something.
はい、お電話ありがとうございます。西カメラ新宿東口駅前店。
あ、すいません。
はい。
スイッチ2についてなんですけど、
はい。
お店で直接買うことは可能なんでしょうか？
はい、確認いたしますので少々お待ちくださいませ。
はい、お願いします。
はい、ですね、ただいまその抽選受付しかやっていないので、はい、いつ購入できるようになるかっていうのがわからないですね。
そうですよね。わかりました。確認ありがとうございます。あ、いえいえ。
はい、失礼いたします。
はい、失礼いたします。Turns out they might not be selling it in person on the day because they're prioritizing lottery people. Wow. Okay, so I guess I might have to buy that Amazon one and risk it. At least it's cheaper than the English one. That's great. Maybe I'll have two Switches. One for Nihongo, one for English. I ended up buying it on Amazon Japan. Thank goodness I made that decision because I did lose the second and third round for the Nintendo online lottery. Nintendo announced that they're not allowing the 3 big companies for resale in Japan to sell it on their platforms. Wow. That's crazy. It is one day before the Switch 2 launches here in Japan and I am inside a big camera. They've got the display ready. You can see everything's lined up. We've got games, key cards, don't like, as well as the console itself. I asked a staff member, are you going to be selling it tomorrow? He said no. And I said, when are you going to sell it in the future? He also said, I don't know. So for now, it's just a pretty display, but I'm so excited. This is the first time I've got to see it like up close and it looks huge. It's massive compared to my original Switch. And we have like a display here where they're showing like Mario Kart as well as, there we go, the Switch. Just going in person and seeing the devices on display, holding the boxes, really got me so excited and relieved that I had managed to secure one in the lottery, even if it was the Japanese version. I'm feeling really happy and relieved now. Just walking around Tokyo and came across a Mario Kart World advertisement at this bus stop, and I think this is a really cool location because all the cars are speeding by. Oh my god, it just got here! I'm so excited. I couldn't leave the house because Amazon wasn't telling me what time the delivery arrived, It's about midday and I've been sitting at the door and it's time to unbox it. I haven't actually taken it out of this cardboard box yet. The first thing in the box is the SanDisk Micro SD, Mario themed. Woo! And then, oh my god, okay. And then we have the game I bought. I'll talk about this a bit later. Oh, yes! Finally! I'm so excited! Nintendo Switch 2, Japanese language system. Woo! Oh, this is so hype. Let's go. The box is way smaller than I thought. I guess it is a really small device, but I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh my god. ASMR. This is my first unboxing ever, actually. Woo! Okay, here we go. We have the Joy-Cons. The inverted Joy-Con. Ooh, look at that. Comment down below if you guys managed to get a Switch on launch day. And if you're living in Japan, are you getting a Japanese version or are you trying to get the English one? Okay, here we go. Just kidding. I am not gonna drop this. That would be very on brand for me. But no, we're not gonna do that today. Oh, look at that. Just snap these in there. Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's snap this one in there. Okay, just as everyone said online, it doesn't come off. Oh, look at how beautiful this screen is. I have been using the original Switch for the past decade almost. I know it's been like 8 years. So the fact that the screen is massive, this is beautiful. Let's see if there's any power already in it. Ah, she's loaded up. Thank you, Nintendo. Oh, Switch 2! Got some cool sounds. But let me see what else is in this box first. Trusty cable, HDMI, straps for the Joy-Cons, controller, but I use a Pro controller, so I don't use this one too often. And I like the nice touch, they put the colors on the inside. Here is the power adapter, really nice and compact. Of course, USB-C again, cable. Of course, the final thing in the box is the dock, woohoo! Oh, I kind of like how they changed the edges to be smooth. It gives it a different feel to the first one, but they've kept the nice black slick design. I really like the all black. I remember when the first Switch came out, people were worried about putting their Switch in the dock because it would scratch the screen. I don't know how that is this time round. Okay, and we open it up and I've already broken it. No, we're all good, we're all good. I don't remember the first Switch having music, so the fact that this one has music is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of gives me old Me channel vibes, this BGM. Look at that Nihongo, Japanese. I'm going to Gambaru for the next 8 years. It'd be good Japanese practice. Future me will thank me, you know? Oh, and we have the stand. I forgot about that. Let's give the kickstand a go. Oh, whoa, it goes all the way up. Pretty good. Oh, this is so pretty. I really actually like the inverted colors. Like it just pops a little bit on the side. I want to give you guys a size comparison. This is the original Switch. This is the new Switch, and this is how they look basically side by side. Yeah, so you can tell this one is significantly bigger and it's definitely heavier, but I feel like it's not too much that I don't think it will bother a lot of people. I literally spent the next 30 minutes setting up my new Switch. I was a little worried how things would work when transferring over my data because I had a foreign Switch before and not a Japanese one. Oh my god, all the data's there! It transferred! Oh, and it's been totally changed into Japanese. That's fine. But no, it's still there! Yes! Yes! While Mario Kart's downloading, just want to quickly talk about the one game that I picked up outside of Mario Kart. This is Yakuza 0. It was on Amazon and I saw the box and I was like, great, I'm just going to buy the physical version. And I wasn't keeping up with all the news about key cards. So this is not even an actual physical game version. It's a key card, essentially where you put it inside and then you can download it, I believe. And it's something they've started on the Switch too. And there's a lot of people who aren't happy about it. And I kind of wish I'd realized that before I made the purchase, because then maybe I would have been better off just getting it on the e-store. So you can see here, it just looks like the normal game, but inside and at the bottom, it says here, it says key card. Inside, you can see this is what the game looks like. The Switch design for games is now red instead of black. I preferred the black, but I get they needed to distinguish the difference between the two. Are we gonna lick it? No, I don't need to do that. I've never played the Yakuza games before, so this is a really great way for me to get into it, especially living in Japan and having been to like Kabukicho Shinjuku so many times. I can't wait to play it on this awesome new console. When you open the game card, it's different. It has like a little bit of a slinky thing. Oh my god, the new Mario Kart is so much fun. I just did one round and of course I came first and everything. Yes, it was 50cc. I was just warming up, but I am just gonna go play this as soon as I finish editing this video. This is gonna be my whole weekend. So my friend Sarah's here and we both got Switches on launch day. Yay! But she's super lucky because she got hers through the My Nintendo online lottery, unlike me. First go!
So I got the multi-language version. Because even though I can speak Japanese and read Japanese, sometimes I want to play games without having to worry about reading and understanding Japanese. So I'm super excited.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
But I'm also really happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy you even managed to get one.
I know.
Treasure.
Also, it's so expensive, so I'm just grateful to have it and afford it. So yeah, in this economy. But yeah, you had a whole journey getting your Switch, like paying for it was a nightmare. Could you want to tell everyone how that happened?
I had to get prepaid cards to pay for the entire thing. And it was a ton of prepaid cards. It was like 15 prepaid cards.
Yeah, she was showing me all the photos in real time. She's like, I had to buy all these cards because like you can't use your foreign credit card.
I look like a criminal, like money laundering.
Yeah, because like she's buying it in Japan, they don't let you use like foreign credit cards and it's just crazy.
I don't have a Japanese credit card at the moment because I'm not here like super long term at the moment.
Just make it so hard.
But you got it. You got it. I got it. That's what's important.
I know, and now you can like swap between all the languages. I think that's the main difference. Yeah, right? But yeah, we both played our Switches for so long. Yeah. Like, Sarah's one of the biggest Nintendo fans I know. I mean, look at her shirt. And also, you had a coin purse and a bag. It's all Nintendo themed today. Very
coin
cute.
Purse from Sarah.
I had the OG.
And I had an OLED.
Yeah.
This is my Zelda OLED, my precious baby. Because I love Zelda.
Yeah, we bonded over our love for Zelda.
Yeah, and so I'm a little sad that it's going to go out of commission, but I am super excited about the new one.
Yes! Yeah. And so we were just talking about the differences. And the screen is amazing, isn't it?
The screen is amazing. I was super worried because I just got my OLED like 2 years ago. And I heard the screen was LCD, so I was like, oh no, it's not gonna be as good. But it is great, I can assure you. So if anyone is like nervous about that, don't be.
Yeah, it's good that you have that comparison because I've just been using the old one for 8 years.
Yeah, so for you it's like a huge upgrade. I mean, it's still a big upgrade from this, but
yeah. I just love how the colors pop. It's actually amazing. We've only just played it a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna literally just play Mario Kart forever now.
I'm so excited to play Mario Kart for like 10 hours.
I know. All right, it's time to play Mario Kart.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.